had you guys wanted, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, after June 25th, did you ever meet with Mr. Alvarez again?
Several times.
Okay. And do you recall when the next visit would have been?
I believe it was sometime in September to retrieve his fingerprints. But it's in my chronologue. I'm sorry, I don't have the date off.
Okay, no problem. I think you testified that that was related to his fingerprints?
Yes.
Okay. During those instances related to the fingerprints, did you ever get a statement from Mr. Alvarez?
No. It was just to obtain his fingerprints. I think it was 3 separate times that we rolled his fingerprints.
Okay. Now, we heard some testimony regarding Mr. Alvarez having an interview on August 31st of 2009. Were you present for that interview?
I was not.
Okay. Are you familiar with that interview as far as what was said by Mr. Alvarez?
Sustained.
Have you reviewed the statement by Mr. Alvarez of August 31st, 2009?
Sustained.
You had a meeting with Mr. Alvarez in April of 2011, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Prior to that meeting, did you review Mr. Alvarez's statement of August 31st, 2009?
Yes.
Now, can you tell us how the meeting you had in April of 2011 with Mr. Alvarez came about?
Deputy District Attorney David Walgren called me, asked me to bring some certain evidence items from our property room and meet with him and Mr. Alvarez in his office.
So you received a telephone call that day from Mr. Walgren asking you to bring certain items of evidence?
Objection misstates the testimony that was that day.
The objection sustained. You may refine the question.
Sure. When did Mr. Walgren call you?
I'm pretty sure it was the day before.
Okay. So Mr. Walgren called you the day before and asked that you bring certain items of evidence to the DA's office?
Yes.
Okay. And did he tell you the purpose of that meeting was for Mr. Alvarez to review those items?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Did you know you were going to see Mr. Alvarez the day after?
Yes.
Okay. And did Mr. Walgren tell you that?
Yes, he told me he was going to be there.
Okay. Where exactly did that meeting take place?
I'm pretty sure it was in his office, Mr. Walgren's office.
Inside Mr. Walgren's office?
Yes?
Yes. Sorry.
And do you recall what time you arrived?
I don't recall.
Okay. And who was present in Mr. Walgren's office?
Mr. Alvarez, myself, and Mr. Walgren.
And which evidence items did you bring to the meeting with Mr. Walgren and Mr. Alvarez?
I think it was 3 evidence items. I'm not sure of the numbers. I think I wrote it down in my chrono, but it was this a saline bag, a pulse oximeter, and I think one was I'm not sure what the last one was.
Okay.
May I look at my chrono and refresh my recollection?
Please do.
Okay.
Can you tell us which items you brought to the meeting?
Yes, it was a propofol bottle, a saline bag, and the pulse oximeter.
And when you arrived to the meeting, was Mr. Alvarez already meeting with Mr. Walgren?
I think we arrived at about the same time.
And how long was this meeting?
Actually, I think I helped. Mr. Alvarez parked at my building, and we came over together. I'm sorry.
Okay, so Mr. Alvarez parked,
At the police administration building and came to Mr. Walgren's office with me.
okay, so you guys drove together to Mr. Walgren's office?
Walked.
Walked?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and where were the evidence items at that time?
With me.
Okay. Detective Martinez, showing you what's been marked as People's Exhibit 27. Do you recognize that drawing?
I do.
And who made that drawing?
Mr. Alvarez.
And was this at the meeting in April of this year?
Yes.
Okay. Were you present when he drew this picture?
I was.
Okay. Showing you what's marked as Defense Exhibit F. Have you seen this picture before?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know that was a picture drawn by Mr. Alvarez in August of 2009, only 2 months after the death of Michael Jackson?
Yes.
Okay. Would you agree the picture drawn by Mr. Alvarez 2 years after Mr. Jackson's death in Mr. Walgren's office is significantly different than the picture drawn 2 months after Mr. Jackson's death?
Objection, relevant.
Sustained. 800 as well.
The meeting in April of 2011, that was about a week before we were going to initially start trial in this matter, correct?
I think it was a few weeks before.
A few weeks before we were scheduled to begin trial?
Yes.
Thank you, Detective. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Mr. Gorgian, thank you. Cross-examination by the people.
Thank
Mr.
you, Your Honor.
Walgren?
Detective Martinez, you're aware that Alberto Alvarez testified on January 5th, 2011, under oath at the preliminary hearing regarding seeing the bottle inside the saline bag.
That's not what he testified.
Pardon me?
Objection states the testimony.
He was present at the preliminary hearing, Your Honor.
I'll overrule the objection. That's a matter for redirect.
Yes.
You're aware that Alberto Alvarez had already testified regarding his observations of seeing a bottle inside the saline bag?
Yes.
Okay. And he had already testified regarding some kind of medical device being seen placed on Michael Jackson's finger by Dr. Murray?
Yes, he had.
And on People's 27, and let me show you, it's actually the same drawing, but as it was turned over as part of discovery. Do you see this, Alberto Alvarez, 4/22/11, photo of drawing made on dry erase board? Do you see that?
Yes.
May this actual photograph of the dry erase board drawing be marked People's 2/24, Your Honor?
It is.
And when Mr. Alvarez drew this picture, as indicated in People's 2/24, was there a particular reason you asked him to draw that?
Yes.
And what was that?
When I showed him the saline bag, the bottom of the bag, he said, was different from the one that he had seen. There was a additional chamber or port, I'm not sure which word he used, so I asked him to draw it to explain what he meant.
And was that, as he drew it for you, was that this portion of the drawing here on the bottom, showing this kind of apparatus on the bottom of the saline bag?
Yes.
Thank you. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Mr. Walgren, thank you. Redirect exam, Mr. Gorgian?
Yes, Your Honor. Detective Myers, do you have the transcripts of the preliminary hearing with you?
I do not.
Okay. Isn't it true that Mr. Alvarez never identified that bottle, meaning 106, as what he saw in the IV bag?
Objection. At the time of prelim, he wasn't presented with any. Can we get clarity?
At
I'm
the
going to overrule the
time,
objection. You can re-ask it, or we can have the question answered.
did you understand the question?
I didn't. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
At the time of the preliminary hearing, Mr. Walgren just asked you some questions regarding that, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Alvarez never testified that evidence item 106 was the item, the bottle that he saw in the IV bag, correct?
Correct.
All he testified was that he saw a vial in a bottle, in a IV bag, correct?
I'm not sure exactly what he said, but he didn't say that that was the bottle.
Right. He didn't even specify it was a propofol bottle, correct?
That's correct.
Now, the picture that he drew regarding the additional chamber that you just testified about, okay, he never mentioned that during his statement on June 25th of 2009, correct?
Correct.
Overruled.
Correct.
He never mentioned the additional chamber on August 31 of 2009, correct?
Correct.
The instances where you met with Mr. Alvarez for his fingerprints, he never mentioned this additional chamber on the IV bag, correct?
Correct.
And finally, in April of 2011, weeks before we were scheduled for trial, is the first time he mentioned an additional chamber, correct?
After he viewed the saline bag, yes.
After he viewed the saline bag in the DA's office, correct?
Yes.
Thank you. Nothing further.
Mr. Gorgian, thank you.
One moment, Your Honor. I
Sure.
apologize. Detective Martinez, the only items that were brought to the meeting in April of 2011 were the three items that you mentioned in your earlier testimony, correct?
Those were the only items displayed.
Okay. Did you bring other vials that were recovered from the residence?
I did because everything was sealed in a box. Everything was... There are multiple items that were sealed in a box, but the only things I removed from the box were those three items.
Okay, so the other vials were never presented to Mr. Alvarez?
Correct.
Okay. Were other IV bags presented to Mr. Alvarez at the meeting?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Were any other additional items of evidence shown to Mr. Alvarez in April of 2011?
No.
Thank you, Detective.
Mr. Gorgian, thank you. Recross,
No,
Mr.
thank you,
Walgren?
Your Honor.
Thank you. May Detective Martinez step down, subject to recall, Mr. Gorgian?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Walgren?
Yes.
Detective, thank you for your testimony. Please remember the admonishments, and you are to remain on call. Thank you. You're welcome. Mr. Gorgian?
We need to talk about the next witness, Judge.
All right, thank you. One moment, please.